This is the Kodak Ektar H35, a small point-and-shoot film camera that houses an unusual feature. It's designed to mimic the experience of a disposable film camera with three major exceptions. First of all, it looks much better than your standard disposable film camera. Second, it's reusable. It takes any 35mm film canisters, and the AAA battery that the flash charges off of can be replaced. And the third major difference is its unique feature, and that is something called half-frame shooting. So this camera takes your standard full 35mm frame and splits it into two half frames. So instead of putting one photo on that full frame, it just puts two photos onto the one frame. And so this means you get double the total amount of photos at half the resolution for each photo. Now in practice, the resolution of the photos was totally fine. The extra 36 shots that I got actually, I think, outweighed the resolution cost in most cases. There were photos that I took that I wouldn't have otherwise taken. I think this would make a really great camera if you don't mind the lack of control over settings and if you're shooting in brighter sunlight situations, because once you start to lack sunlight, you really have a hard time with this camera because it can't gather enough light. And you can see that in these photos here. I mean, even with the flash, the blacks are so lifted and there's just not very much detail in them. If you can live with these disadvantages though, you can double the amount of photos you get per roll of film. And this cuts your film costs in half, which is awesome because they can be very expensive. That being said, if you want to shoot nicer professional film stocks such as Portra 800, this probably isn't the camera for you because of how soft the lens is, the lack of resolution, and then the lack of manual settings. You'll probably want to go with a full manual SLR for that type of shooting. But even with the option of a full manual SLR and nicer film stocks, some of the photos that I took on this camera were still pretty good, and you definitely still can take great photos on this camera. So I think this is a great camera, and I personally enjoyed using it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you want more photography content. Have a great day, and happy shooting!